Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the show where the aim of the game is to avoid the obvious answers and find the obscure ones. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Jill. This is my partner, Andy, and we're from Leeds.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Andrew. This is my brother Neil, and we're originally from Portsmouth.
Couple number three.
Hi, Alexander. I'm Mark, and this is my wife, Felicity, and we live in the Cotswolds.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Pete, and this is my mother-in-law, Lorna. I'm from Southsea and Fareham, respectively.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much indeed, all of you. A very, very warm welcome to Pointless. It's wonderful to have you all here. What fun we're going to have. There is only one person left for me to introduce, a comedian and writer who loves a dip in her local Lido, so excuse the wetsuit and snorkel. It is my Pointless friend. It's Mel Goldroyd. Oh, you've taken them off?
I've taken them off.
Oh, you've taken them off. Oh.
I tell you what,
Yes.
Xander, you know when you're middle-aged?
Oh, do we?
When you have a blanket on the kneesies. I've got a blanket underneath, guys. You can't see it, but just to keep me nice and snug and warm. I feel cozy.
Oh, you've got a cushion on the chair.
Cushion. I've got cush, blank, everything's cozy. Love it.
You've got it all.
Exactly.
There we are. Anyway, how lovely, and how lovely to see the blancmange again.
The blancmange has made a reappearance, gang.
It's sort of cowgirl blancmange. Is what it
Slightly
is.
cowgirl.
I love the Western accents.
Why, thank you, Xander.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Michael and Neve got through to the final last time, and hooray, they won, because they're getting married next year, and it was just perfect. It seemed like the best thing for them to spend that jackpot on. So that was all marvellous, but it does mean we are going to start off with a jackpot of £1,000 for today, but it'll grow in no time at all. If everyone's ready, let's play points. At the end of every round, remember, it's always the pair with the highest score that gets eliminated. So keep your scores nice and low, and everything should be marvellous. Best of luck to you all. Our first category today is maritime geography. Can you all decide in your pairs on that basis who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns seas of the world.
On each pass, we'll give you clues to the names of 7 seas around the world. We'll give you the first letter of each sea and blank spaces for the rest of the letters in that sea's name. Please give us the most obscure of these. Not all of these may technically be seas, but they have the word sea in their names.
Very nice. Good. Get out of jail card there.
Thank you.
Just in case people get cross.
Exactly.
Yes.
We don't want people we don't want
Please
you
don't be
getting
cross.
Not in Leatherhead.
No.
It doesn't look good.
Thank you very much indeed. So, let's reveal our first board of 7 clues, and here they are. Seas of the world. The Isle of Man lies in this sea to the west of Great Britain. I-Sea. The world's largest inland body of water. Sea. Said to have been parted by Moses in the book of Exodus to help the Israelites escape Egypt. R-Sea. Sea in Antarctica, now a large protected marine area. It was used by Amundsen as a way to reach the South Pole. R-Sea. Popular destinations that lie in this sea include the Greek islands of Corfu and Kefalonia. I-Sea. Large body of brackish water. It is bordered by countries including Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania. B-Sea. And part of the Indian Ocean, connected to the Persian Gulf via the Gulf of Oman, A-Sea. There we are. Andy, welcome back to Pointless. Tell us more about yourself, Andy.
Well, I'm recently retired from running a charity that supported adults with learning disabilities. And in our free time, what we like to do is we like to travel and, wherever possible, go and see fairly obscure bands in European cities.
Oh,
Are these obscure bands that you know all about or that you discover in these European cities?
Generally ones that I've done the research for beforehand.
That's quite a unique and niche hobby. I really love it, though. Andy, what are you going to go for?
I'll go for the Greek islands and go for Ionian Sea.
Ionian Sea for Corfu and Kefalonia. Should we see if that's right? Ionian Sea. It is Ionian Sea. And down it goes. That's terrific. Down to 29. Great start.
Yeah, strong start there, Andy. Lovely. Ionian Sea. 29, good, solid score there for Andy.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Andrew, welcome to Pointless for the second time. Tell us more about yourself, Andrew.
So I'm Andrew. I work in insurance, and in my spare time, one of the things I like to do is play some video games. In fact, I was once the #1 ranked player on a very obscure online football management game many, many years ago.
Were they players all over the world? These.
Thousands of people dotted in each country around the world. It's about 1 million overall, but yeah, it's a global game.
I see. OK. Now, what are you going to go for, Andrew?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's correct. I'm going to go Caspian Sea.
Caspian Sea. Oh, for which one, just in case?
The second one down.
Let's see how many of our 100 said Caspian Sea. Caspian Sea goes down to 31. Not bad at all. Lovely grouping, nice and close.
Yeah, very close to Andy and Jill. They're the Caspian Sea. Geographically, it is a lake, OK? But it is big and saline, hence the designation sea.
Big and saline.
One of the reviews I got at the Edinburgh Festival.
Mark, another cracking sort of William Morris-esque shirt there.
Thank you.
Really beautiful. Tell us more about yourself, Mark.
As I've said before, I'm retired. And since the pandemic, I've been trying to teach myself to speak Spanish using an app. And I'm now near to my 4-year daily target, not missing out a day.
They don't half-bully you, those apps,
They
do they?
do every day, a reminder, every
day.
morning.
Hang on,
Yes.
hang on. Even on Christmas Day?
Yes.
You do it on Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Well, yes, I mean, sometimes.
Otherwise, you lose it. Don't
You
you?
lose
Otherwise, you
streak.
lose your trail.
Yeah,
You lose
yeah,
your run. Yeah, I'm sometimes I'll just do one exercise. They like you to do half an hour a day.
Yeah, I regularly do about half an hour, but that's
Okay.
usually because I get so many wrong.
Ah.
rather
Yeah,
than-
but then it'll all come, though. It'll all
Yeah.
come. Mark, what are you going to go for?
I was going to go for Caspian Sea, but now of those left that I know, I'm going to go for the bottom one and say Arabian Sea.
Arabian Sea. The Arabian Sea for the bottom. Should we see if that's right? It is absolutely right, Arabian Sea. Well, 31 is our high score, 29 is our low, and look, it's forced you into a better score, you see, Mark. There we are, just as well Caspian had gone.
Whoa, lovely, lovely stuff. The part of the Indian Ocean between the Arabian Peninsula and India. The Indus is the biggest river that flows into the Arabian Sea, and the flow of water from the Indus has carved a deep submarine canyon into the sea floor.
Thank you very much. Pete, welcome to Pointless. It's lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Pete.
Rapidly approaching 50 years old, and I'm a project manager by trade. I've been all over the world working in various industries. It's been quite an exciting time.
What manner of projects do you specialise in?
I describe myself as agnostic, which means I get more work.
Very good.
Everything from radars in the middle of the desert through to putting systems on ships. So it's exciting times.
So say it was radars in the middle of the desert. What sort of length of job would that be, do you think?
Well, as a project manager, I get to be accountable for an awful lot without actually doing a great deal.
Oh, this sounds like a great job.
If I chose to, I could be out there for an extended period of time, but as a father of 4, I prefer to be at home. So
I think
I
as a
dip
father
in
of
and
4,
out.
I prefer to be out there for as long as I possibly can. I speak as a father of 4. I don't mean that. Pete, what are you going to go for on this board? Would you like to fill in all the blanks?
So I'm left with Irish at the top or red. I'm afraid my maritime knowledge is not extending to Antarctica or Estonia. So I'm going to have to plump for Irish.
You are going to go for Irish Sea at the top there. The Isle of Man lies in the middle of it. Let's see how many of our 100 said Irish Sea. Irish Sea takes you down 65.
65 for the Irish Sea. There have been lots of proposals to build a bridge or a tunnel across the Irish Sea. I like
Yes.
the idea of that. Right, now,
So,
what do
well,
we think?
Red Sea we've covered.
Red Sea we've covered. Red Sea was a big score, that scored 84. Yes, the sea in Antarctica. What do
It's
you think?
called Ross. Is it called Ross?
Yeah,
It is
absolutely.
Ross.
Yeah, Ross Sea. That was a very low score of
Look at
3. And then the last one, the large body of brackish water.
Is that the Baltic?
It's the Baltic. Come on, one of my
There we are.
favourite seas ever.
Splendid. Oh, it's one of the great seas. There we are. Thank you very much indeed. We are halfway through the round. So let's have a quick look at those scores. 17, the best score of the past. Very well done indeed, Mark. Then we travel from 17 up to 29, where we found Andy and Jill. From there up to 31, where we find Andrew and Neil. And from there up to Pete and Lorna on 65. So, Lorna, you get the new board. Find something lovely and low scoring. Don't settle for anything too easy. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? Let's put 7 more clues to seas of the world on the board, and here they are. A breeding place for eels. It is also mentioned in the title of a 1966 novel by Jean Rhys, S.C. Cities located along this sea include Sebastopol, Odessa, and Sochi, the latter hosting the 2014 Winter Olympics. B.C. Arm of the Atlantic Ocean. It contains a number of islands, including Cuba, Jamaica, and Hispaniola. C.C. Part of the Arctic Ocean, named after the surname of Willem, the Dutch navigator who sailed into the area in 1594. B.C. Situated between mainland Italy and the islands of Corsica, Sardinia, and Sicily. T.C. Salt Lake between Israel and Jordan, the lowest body of water on the surface of Earth. D.C. And separating Europe from Africa, it was known to the Romans as Mare Nostrum. M.C. There we are. Lorna, welcome to Pointless. Terrific to have you with us.
Thank
Tell
you.
us all about yourself.
I'm retired now, but when I was working, I worked in a special school for 17 years as a, well, I would say a dinner lady, but they're lunchtime supervisory assistants now.
Lunchtime supervisory assistant.
And classroom assistant.
So a lot of assisting there.
Yeah.
And now you're retired. What do you love to do?
Well, one of my hobbies, I play pétanque, you know, the French game.
Yes,
ball.
I do.
Yeah. I've played it for a long time, but I have a bit more time now.
So where do you play?
There's a club close to where I live. I could play 4 times a week or 5 times a week if I wanted, but I tend to go just once.
Oh. Lorna, what would you like to go for?
It's difficult to know which is going to be the lowest, but I think I'll go for the top one and go Sargasso Sea.
Sargasso. Sargasso Sea. And Wide Sargasso Sea being the book. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. I'm afraid you're the high scorers at the moment, so there's no red line. Sargasso is right. Down that goes to 22. Very well done indeed. Takes your total up to 87.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good score there, 22 for Sargasso Sea. It's a brilliant novel by Jean Rhys. It's worth reading. It's the prequel to Jane Eyre.
There we are. Thank you very much. Now, Felicity, welcome back for the last time. Tell us more about yourself, Felicity.
Well, I'm going to go back a few years to 1963, when my mother bought 2 tickets to see Wendy Richards and Mike Sarn at the De Montfort Hall in Leicester.
Yeah.
I went with my friend at half-term, and between the last event and that one, the list of people doing it had changed, and it was the Rolling Stones. So I said to my friend, should we go out to the stage door? They came out, and we talked to them as they came out. I can't remember what we said, because we were probably so excited. And then they drove off, Brian Jones in his Mini. And as he drove away, the chrome bit round the headlight fell off. And I took it home. And until a few years ago, I still had it. And I suddenly thought, well, no one else is ever going to know what this is or where it's come from. So I threw it away.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
Oh, so I made a most wonderful necklace out of it. There it is.
Oh, I could have done, yes.
You could have done?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
Ah, well, there we are. That's quite exciting. Listen, you're on 17, which is a brilliant score. 69 or less.
Yes, well, I'm glad he's got a good score, because I would have known the top one. The cities located along this sea include Sebastopol and Odessa. I think perhaps I'll go for the Black Sea.
You're going to go for the Black Sea. Here is your red line, Felicity. Lovely and high. Let's see how many of our 100 said the Black Sea. Black Sea's right.
Oh.
You are in round 2.
Oh.
And down it goes to 35. Very well done indeed. 52 your total.
Well done, Felicity, 35. Lovely, solid score there. Now, this is true, apparently. Only the upper 100 metres or so of the Black Sea has oxygen. Below, no living creatures.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Neil, welcome back to Pointless. Terrific to have you with us again. We need to know more about you, Neil.
Yeah, so I'm Neil. I work in digital marketing. I live with my lovely wife, Sophie, at home with our cat, Sergeant Pepper.
Sergeant Pepper. That's
Big
excellent.
Beatles fans.
Big, excellent. Terrific. Golf not getting a mention this time.
No.
Last time was all about golf.
I know. Can I just say?
Yeah.
I wanted to call our family dog Sergeant Pepper, and I got, what's the word?
Beaten down.
Beaten down, exactly.
No.
Sergeant Pepper, congratulations.
Great name. Very well done.
Really good name for a pet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Neil, you're on 31. 55 or less gets you into the next round.
I'm going to go for the arm of the Atlantic Ocean. It contains a number of islands. as the Caribbean Sea.
The Caribbean Sea, says Neil. Here is your red line. Let's watch as you go through that red line with Caribbean Sea, I hope. Caribbean Sea, absolutely right. Very well done. Brilliant. Down to 27. Superb. That takes your total up to 58.
Nice. Very good work there, Neil. Caribbean Sea, absolutely right, for 27. According to some sources, the Caribbean Sea has 7,000 islands.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, Jill, welcome back to Pointless. Great to have you with us again. Tell us more about yourself.
So when Andy and I go to a European city, Andy has a lie-in, and I get up at the crack of dawn when it's golden hour, and I go and photograph the whole city, and then come back and show him where all the best bits are. He has his breakfast, nice coffee,
Nice.
takes it easy, and then we go off and I show him where all the best places are.
That's brilliant. See, I mean, you've just got such a brilliant routine.
Andy, I hope you do something similar for your good Jill.
I do, yeah. I applaud all the different places that she's taking us to.
Oh, see, there we are. That's fine. Yes. Division of labours there. Jill,
Yeah.
you are on 29. 57 or less gets you into round 2. There's your board. Can you talk us through it?
I know some of them. So the bottom one's the Mediterranean Sea. The Salt Lake's the Dead Sea. I think the Arctic one might be the Bering Sea. And this Italian one is, I don't know, maybe like Tyrrhenian Sea. But I don't really know it, so I'll go with the Dead Sea.
You're going to go with the Dead Sea?
Yeah.
OK, here is what 57 looks like. Yes, I could do that being about a couple of inches higher.
Could you?
Yes. OK, the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea, let's be positive. I think this, yes, let's hope that gets you through. $75 for the Dead Sea, takes your total up to 104.
Oh, you actually said one of them correctly. You said Tyrrhenian Sea, which was absolutely right, which was the Italian one, and that would have only got you 2. That was a very, very good, almost pointless score there. And the Arctic Ocean, this is called the Barents. That was a nice low score of 9. And then the bottom one, you were absolutely right, again, when you said Mediterranean, and that would have got you a score of 61.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Mel, that brings us to the end of our first round. And it means we have to say goodbye to... Oh, my goodness, you could have had the most amazing score there. I'm sorry, Jill. Next time, third show. But it's been wonderful having you on. We'll look forward to seeing you next time. Jill and Andy. For the remaining 3 pairs, though, it's now time for round 2. Well done, everybody. We made it through that first round, our C round. Mark, our lowest individual scorer. Mark and Felicity, our lowest combined scorers. So very, very well done indeed to you. Best of luck to everybody. Our category for round 2 today is fantastical fiction. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns things found in supernatural or fantasy literature, Mel.
Now, in a moment, Xander's going to show you 5 categories relating to supernatural or fantasy literature through the ages. We're looking for any answer that fits any one of these categories.
Thank you very much indeed. So here we go. Here are the 5 categories. Ghosts that visit Scrooge in Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Fruit mentioned in Christina Rossetti's poem Goblin Market. Houses of Hogwarts in the Harry Potter novels. Great houses in George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire. And novels in the Broken Earth and Inheritance trilogies by N.K. Jemisin. There we are.
For the great houses in A Song of Ice and Fire, we're referring to the 9 houses listed in the appendix to A Game of Thrones, the first novel of the series, that are often referred to as the Great Houses.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Andrew, what would you like to go for?
I'll go for Houses of Hogwarts in the Harry Potter novels. Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw, says Andrew. Shall we see how many of our 100 said Ravenclaw? Ravenclaw is right, and it's good. Look at that, down it goes. Ravenclaw to 19.
Nice low score there, Andrew. Yes, of course, it's a house in the Harry Potter novels, named after Rowena Ravenclaw, and the Grey Lady is their house ghost.
Thank you very much indeed, Mel. Mark, what would you like to submit as your answer?
Well, I'm currently reading all of his novels, Sir Charles Dickens, so I'll go with the top one and say Jacob Marley.
Jacob Marley. Jacob Marley. Shall we see how many of our 100 said that? Jacob Marley is right. That's 14 for Jacob Marley. Very well done indeed, Mark.
Yeah, nice score there, Mark. Jacob Marley was, of course, Scrooge's erstwhile business partner, wasn't he?
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Lorna.
Yes. I could take a wild guess at a fruit, but I think I'd better go for a Harry Potter one instead and go Huff and Puff.
OK, you're saying Huff and Puff.
Yeah.
Huff and Puff, says Lorna. Shall we see how many of our 100 people said that? Is that right? Huff and Puff. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lorna. I'm so sorry. Not Huff and Puff. I'm afraid that scores you 100 points. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we'll give you the correct answer at the end, Lorna. Bad luck there.
There we are. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. 14, the best score of the pass. Very well done indeed, Mark. 19 is where we find Andrew and Neil. And then 100, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, Lorna and Pete. You're a little bit ahead there. But Pete, I don't know, maybe you could score something that's so brilliant it has a minus score. I don't know. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? So, yes, we're looking for anything that fits into one of these categories. So there we are. Pete, what would you like to go for? You're the high scorers.
Well, I think my daughters would kill me if I didn't go for Hogwarts and go for Slytherin.
OK, Slytherin, says Pete. No red line. I'm afraid as you're the high scorers. How many of our 100 said Slytherin? Slytherin is right. 44 for Slytherin takes your total up to 144.
Slytherin, it's the kind of baddie house, isn't it?
Great, isn't it? Yeah.
Draco Malfoy's in Slytherin, isn't he?
Yeah.
And I think it was named after Salazar Slytherin. You like a bit of
Yeah,
Potter.
but Harry Potter, of course.
Did you read Potter to your kids?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do all the voice? You do all the
All
voices.
the voices, of course, all the voices.
How nice to be one of your children and have that
Well,
amazing
you know.
vocal talent.
I don't think they find it that interesting, actually. I think they'd much rather I just got on and read. To be honest. I amused myself.
Of course you do.
Of course I did. Thank you very much indeed. Mel, now then, we come to you, Felicity. You are on 14. It does not matter what you score. You're through to the head-to-head anyway.
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to go for the same criteria. I'm going for The Ghost of Christmas Present.
The Ghost of Christmas Present. Well, no line for you, as you're already through. Let's see how many of our 100 said The Ghost of Christmas Present. Christmas Present is right. That goes down to 55, taking your total up to 69.
Well done, Felicity. The Ghost of Christmas Present, of course, takes Scrooge to see the Cratchits, the Cratchit family. It's not the Ghost of Christmas Present. I always used to think it was the Ghost of Christmas Presents.
present.
But it's
Yeah,
not.
it's
It's in the present. I'll just snuggle up with my rug. You carry
Stuck
on.
up with your rug. There you are. Thank you very much. Now, Neil, you're on 19. Doesn't matter what you score. You're through to the next round. Anyway, what would you like to go for?
I think this could be right, but I'm going to go for novels in the Broken Earth and Inheritance trilogies, and I'm going to go for Eldest.
Eldest, says Neil. Shall we see how many of our 100 said eldest? You'll notice there'll be no red line for you for the lovely reason that you're already through. Eldest. Oh, no. Scores you 100 points. I'm afraid it's incorrect. Takes your total up to 119. Couldn't matter less. You're through anyway.
Yes, sadly, that was in a different set of inheritance books. But I think the author's called somebody Paolini. Sorry about that, Neil.
Oh.
It was close. It was so close. Oh, Lorna, mother-in-Lorna, as you will now be known. Mother-in-Lorna, listen, really bad luck. You were so close. It's not Huff and Puff, it's Hufflepuff.
Oh.
But we couldn't give it to you, obviously. Hufflepuff would have scored 32. Let's look at some of the best answers for each category. There were no pointless ghosts in A Christmas Carol. Jacob Marley's ghost, which Mark was the lowest scoring with 14. Well done. Now, for the fruits in Rossetti's Goblin Market, apricots, cherries and raspberries were all pointless. There were loads and loads of pointless fruits in that poem. There were no pointless houses of Hogwarts, however. Ravenclaw, which you said, Andrew, was the lowest scoring house in Harry Potter. And for the great houses in A Song of Ice and Fire, Arryn, Baratheon and Tully, and Martell was also pointless. And for the novels in N.K. Jemison's trilogies, The 100,000 Kingdoms, The Kingdom of Gods and The Obelisk Gate, The Broken Kingdoms was also pointless. And very well done at home if you got them.
Thank you very much indeed. Mel, that brings us to the end of our second round, and it means the pair we say goodbye to with our high score of 144. Pete and Lorna, I'm afraid it is you. We get to see you next time, and indeed the time after that, should we need it. We'll look forward to that very much. Pete and Lorna, brilliant. For the remaining two pairs, now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Mark and Felicity, Andrew and Neil. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. But we have right now a chance to put some more money into that jackpot by seeing if we can find a couple of pointless answers. So just before we play the head-to-head, here goes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many British moths as they could, Mel.
Oh, OK, you're going to see 6 options. 4 are British species of moth, 2 of which are pointless, and 2 are not British moths, not Kate Moth. £250 in the jackpot, for each pointless answer.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, here are our 6 potentially pointless British moths. And we have six-spot burnet, weekend house, chimney sweeper, spotted amethyst, slender pug, old lady. Does anyone know anything about these moths?
I think a burnet might be a moth. I'm not sure. Any ideas, guys?
OK, Mark and Felicity, I'm going to come straight to you. Would you like to nominate one to be pointless?
Shall we say six-spot?
Yeah, go on then.
We're going to say the six-spot burnet.
The six-spot burnet. Should we see if that is a pointless British moth?
No. No.
It's a moth. Two people. Andrew and Neil. What would you like to nominate?
We're not really moth experts, unfortunately, but we're going to go for old lady.
Old lady.
Yeah.
I think in these rounds, being any kind of expert is a definite disadvantage. Old lady. Let's find out how many of our 100 people said that. Might that be a pointless British moth? Oh, 2 there. Well, we found our scoring correct answers.
Do you know much about moths?
Nothing. Apart from clothes moths.
Oh.
Yeah, we
There.
have tons of those.
Yeah.
Oxford's just packed with them.
Yeah, we have them as well. Tons and tons.
Clouds.
There are still a couple of pointless little moths lurking on the board.
I like the sound of a weekend house moth.
No.
Oh, no,
Afraid
that's just annoying.
No. It's to do with Swedish house mafia. Moth to a Flame was a 2021 UK Top 20 single for Swedish House Mafia and The Weekend.
Okay.
Sorry, not to do with moths. The other little cheeky red herring in there, which I possibly thought could be a moth, was the spotted amethyst. Not a moth at all. There's a blotched emerald moth, but no spotted amethyst. And the other 2 are the pointless ones, the chimney sweeper, because of its sooty black body and wings, and slender pug, which is a small brown moth with a wingspan of about 1.5 centimetres. There we go.
Thank you very much indeed. Right, well, we didn't find any pointless answers, so we'll just march on into the head-to-head. Now, the first pair to win 2 questions in this round will be going through to the final and playing for that jackpot. But you're now allowed to play as a pair, so you can confer before you give your answers. Best of luck to both pairs. Here is our first question, and it is all about same-sex relationships on screen. Mel.
We're going to show you 5 pictures of stills from films that feature a same-sex couple. We'll also give you alternate letters of each title. Please give us the most obscure film that you see.
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 stills, and here they are. A, T-E-K-D-A-E-A-L-R-G-T. B, M-O-L-G-T. C, M-U-I-E. D, B-O-E-A-K-M-U-T-I. And E, B-U-I-T-E-W-R-E-T-C-L-U. There we are. Now then, Mark and Felicity, you're our low scorers. You get to go first.
We're going to go for C, Morris.
You're saying Morris for C. Now then, Andrew and Neil, can you talk us through all the others?
I know B is Moonlight.
Yeah.
D, Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, and then I struggle. The Kids Are All Right, if I had to guess, is A, but that's just a random, this is guessing.
Yeah. Should we go Moonlight?
Yeah.
We're going to go B.
You're going to say B, Moonlight. OK, so we have Morris and we have Moonlight. Mark and Felicity went for Morris for C. Shall we see how many of our 100 said that? Morris is right. And down that goes brilliantly to 3. Very well done indeed. Morris scoring 3. Andrew and Neil, meanwhile, are going for Moonlight for B. Shall we see how many of our 100 said that? Moonlight is right. And that's another low score. Very well done. 14 for Moonlight. But Mark and Felicity, you win that one. After one question, you are up 1-0.
Yeah. And I heard, Andrew, you said The Kids Are All Right, didn't you?
Yes.
Absolutely correct. That's Annette Bening and Julianne Moore there in the 2010 film. That would have got you 38. Brokeback Mountain, that was you, Neil, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger, 2005. 48 points, that would have got you. Do you know this one,
This
Zada?
is blue is the warmest colour.
Yeah, absolutely. And blue is the colour of her hair. Léa Seydoux there. 2013, that film. And it also starred Adele Exarchopoulos. I just wanted to say that so badly.
Wonderful.
That was another very good low score that would have got you. Scored 6.
Thank you very much indeed, Mel. Right, here comes your second question. Andrew and Neil, you've got to win this one to stay in the game. Good luck. Our second question is all about Manchester bands. Mel.
We're going to listen to 5 songs by bands that were formed in Manchester or the Greater Manchester area. Please give us the names of these bands.
OK, let's have a listen to these songs. Here is song A. Here is song B.
Holding back the chance for me escape from all I've known. Holding back the tears, 'cause nothing here is wrong.
Here is song C.
Just stick yourself and you will shine. You've got to search for the hero inside yourself. Search for the secrets you hide. Search for the hero inside yourself until you find the key to your life.
Here is song D.
Don't stop to ask. Now you found a break to make it last. Got to find a way, say what you want to say, break out.
And song E.
Need time. My heart is numb, has no feeling. So while I'm still healing, just try and have a little patience.
There we are. Now, Andrew and Neil, you will go first.
Yeah. We're going to have to go E as Take That.
E, Take That. Now then, Mark and Felicity, can you talk us through those other songs?
Wondered if A might be Happy Mondays or something, but I'm not sure about that. B is Simply Red. C, I think, is M, People. D, I've no idea. So I think we'll go B, Simply Red.
You're going to say B, Simply Red. So we have Take That and Simply Red. Andrew and Neil went for Take That. Shall we see if that is right for E? How many of our 100 said Take That? Take that, 37. Meanwhile, Mark and Felicity are saying Simply Red for B. Let's see how many of our 100 said Simply Red. Simply Red is right. 37 is what it has to be, and it does. Down you go to 25, and that means very well done indeed. Mark and Felicity, after only 2 questions, you're straight through to the final 2-0.
Oh, there were some bangers in there.
Were there not?
Mark, you said Happy Mondays.
Yeah,
There we go.
I know more than I think.
Step on. Number 5 in 1990. Cracker.
Such a good song.
That would have got you 13. Very good. What about yes?
C was absolutely M, people. Yeah.
Yes.
Heather Smalls.
Search for the Hero. Number 9 in 1995. That would have got you 16 points.
And D was Swing Out Sister.
Yes. Break Out. Number 4 in 1986. That was our lowest scorer at 7. Swing Out Sister.
There we are. Thank you
Great.
very much indeed. Mel, well, the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, Andrew and Neil, it's you. This is your second show. We have one more in hand where we have to make it count, but we'll look forward to seeing you then. Andrew and Neil, thank you for playing. For Mark and Felicity, though, now time for the Pointless Final. Congratulations, Mark and Felicity. You have fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless Trophy.
Brilliant.
You now have the chance to win today's jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £1,000. Well, you've played this beautifully. What would you like to see come up? What's going to help you
What do
win?
you think? Maybe
Geography.
Geography, literature, perhaps, history. I'm not sure, or film. I'm not. Sport. I think is not so good.
OK, well, let's have a look. 4 things, as ever, will appear as if by magic. And here they are. Animated films about dogs. Pop music, sugar and spice. Stars of baseball World Series. Sondheim musicals. What do we think?
We're definitely not pop music or baseball. I don't think we have a clue, would we?
No.
So it's between the other 2. Let's go with Sondheim musicals. It's a bit of a punt, but...
OK, we'll do Sondheim musicals.
OK, we're looking for the name, Mark and Felicity, of any song that features on either the 2018 National Theatre cast recording of the musical Follies by Stephen Sondheim and James Goldman, or the 2018 London cast recording of the musical Company by Stephen Sondheim and George Firth. In both cases, we won't accept finale songs that feature the word reprise in the title or songs that feature the name of either musical in their title. But we will accept individual songs within medleys as separate answers. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed, Mel. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Right. Yes. we're
OK,
ready.
we'll put 60
Yes.
seconds up
Read
on the
up.
clock. And there they are. Your time starts now.
Well, Follies. We've seen Follies, haven't
Yes.
we? So I don't know. I can't remember anything
It was a
about
long time
it.
ago. It wasn't that one.
Company, one singular sensation. Is that a
Well, that's
song
definitely
from
for one.
Company?
I
Without
don't know.
one, well, we've got to guess something, haven't we?
Yeah.
Shall we make some up for Follies?
I don't know any. Don't remember.
Happiness? I don't know. Something like that. Or
Yeah.
we could make up another name. Daydream. I mean, we've seen a little night music, but that's not relevant, is it, to
no.
this? I think, yeah, well, the best we're going to do is
Make another one up.
make one up. Well, we'll say happiness, a little, one singular
10 seconds left.
sensation, and what? Partners. Something partners.
Partners, right.
Something like that. Shall we?
Yep.
OK, our minute is now up. What 3 answers can you give me? And if you say which category in each
Yeah.
case.
We're going to say for Follies, partners
Partners,
and happiness.
happiness,
And for Company, I'm sure this isn't right, but I'm going to say one singular sensation.
one singular sensation.
Yeah.
Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Well, none of them. Let's say one singular sensation.
One singular sensation we'll put last. Least likely to be pointless?
Happiness.
Happiness, and then partners goes in
Yeah.
the middle. Let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have happiness, partners, one singular sensation. Well, if one of these turns out to be pointless, you will be leaving here with £1,000. If that were to happen, what would you like to do with it?
I think probably a holiday.
Well, I think there's lots of jobs we need to do around the house, but knowing us, it will be a holiday.
A holiday.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, those jobs will take care of themselves, because
Exactly,
famously, that's what jobs do. Your first answer is happiness. In this case, we're looking for songs from Follies. Let's find out how many of our 100 people said happiness. I mean, the crucial thing is, let's find out if it's right. Nope, not happiness. The next one, which I think also was self-penned,
Yes.
was Partners. Let's see if Partners is right. Yeah, I feared as much. And your third and final answer, one singular sensation, which you think is a Sondheim song. Let's see, one singular sensation. What happens when we say that? Oh, bad luck. I'm sorry. It was really tough. It was tough. And there might have been some musicals that you might have been able to have a better stab at. But anyway, you've done brilliantly. And it's been wonderful having you on all three shows. And
Thank you.
we've been
Thank
very
you.
lucky to have
We've
you for
enjoyed
free.
it. Thank you very much.
And you get to take home our Pointless trophy. So very, very well done for that.
Yeah, such bad luck. And one singular sensation is from Chorus Line by Marvin Hamlish. The song is actually just called One, but
right.
it has the lyric One Singular
Yeah,
Sensation running all the way through it. Let's have a look at some of the pointless answers, see if you recognise any of these. Starting with songs on Follies, the 2018 National Theatre cast recording, I'm Still Here, Live, Laugh, Love, One More Kiss, Who's That Woman? Everything was pointless apart from the following songs, which all scored points. Don't Look at Me, Beautiful Girls, Broadway Baby, Losing My Mind, great song, The Right Girl, and The Road You Didn't Take. Moving on to songs from Company, the 2018 London cast recording, Being Alive, Getting Married Today, The Ladies Who Lunch, The Little Things You Do Together. The only scoring answers here were Side by Side by Side, which goes on for about 11 minutes.
Heavens above.
And I have danced in that number, and it is, it's epic. And sorry, Grateful. Everything else was pointless. Okay. And very well done at home, all you Sondheimians. If you got a pointless answer, I bet you did.
Thank you very much indeed, Mel. And thank you so much, Mark and Felicity. It's been lovely having you on the show. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £2,000. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Mel.
Oh, goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.